everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about something very important, and that is the future development of the Bitcoin price driven by the ETFs. And we are going to look at some interesting statistics here, and also we have to talk about Veve Comics, about the black suit. We have to talk about everything going on with Ecomi and Veve. So, wait, actually, wrong screen, right screen. Good morning, good morning, good morning, every one of you. I see a couple of you are already here. How are you doing? I have my coffee here ready, and I am still excited about the market. Many people are not. We will see that in a second. But I am. So let's see here. Trucking Hank is here. Good morning to you. Smarty Pants is here. GM to you. Made over 100k on a meme coin called M. Okay, on ETH. Launched less than a month ago. Gonna be holding another 100k in as a moon bag. Only 4.5 million market cap. Got in under 200k. Wow. That is an amazing story. I love to hear that. And congratulations, making 100k just like that. That's amazing. And I'm very happy for you that this turned out the way it did. So not every meme coin does that explosive development, but that ticker had some potential, to be honest. How did you find it though? Motili is also here saying good morning to you as well, guys. Make sure to smash up the like button here for the stream. We are closing in on 4,000 subscribers, so we're very close, which is good. That is a little bit of another number then, but overall we are going to keep it up here with the daily live stream, or the almost daily live stream, and let's jump right in. So actually do it like this. Okay. Bitcoin halving countdown. That's what's written here. 17 days and 6 hours and a couple of minutes. So we're scheduled again for the 20th of April, now at 12:09 UTC. So the halving time can move a little bit, shift a little bit around, depending on how fast the blocks are solved. But the closer we come, the more likely it is that it is on that date. So sometimes we have seen it on the 21st, now it's on the 20th again. You see the price, the hours, they did just jump up a little bit here. So of a couple of hours, just because of the time that it takes to solve. So anyways, we are close to it, and I want to show you something in the chart. So we're ranging right now. We know that people are a little bit frustrated at some point. No one knows why, because if we just look back to January, we had a nice 86% upside here, and now we had two bigger corrections, so to say, one 16% and one of right now of 9%. So that is nothing out of the ordinary. Actually, this dip, if you would say here also this was a bigger dip, but you could even argue that we're just, if you take where we came from just a couple of days ago, you can just argue that we're ranging sideways. And that is actually true, because if we look at this all-time high level, we are forming somewhat of a symmetrical triangle here. So we have enough touch points to say that this is the case. And we would kind of lead with this symmetrical into the halving. We've just bounced here on the downside, on this upward sloping trend line, that we have a resistance on the upside. So what we could say here is, just checking that I'm not on logarithmic, what we can say here is that if we break this at resistance, then the price target would be 82,500, depending on where we break. If we take longer to break it, maybe it's only 81,000 something, but 80 a couple of thousand, yeah, would be then the price target. I mean, we can leave this here. However, this is a symmetrical triangle. This can also break to the downside. So don't come back here and say patient hodler said 80 something thousand and now we're sitting at 60K. We can also break this to the downside quite easily and basically invalidate that and instead forming something like that or some mountain ranges, yeah, and go into a deeper correction. We could also see this as an A, B, C, something like that, right? So for me, this is just a cool off before at halving or something we go higher. That's my imagination. And this is actually backed up by some fundamentals here as well. So this post here from Sentiment I found interesting is saying, is crypto still in a bull market after Bitcoin's 144% price rally? And what they're doing is at Sentiment they compare market sentiment, they try to derive stuff from that. So what they do is basically they look for social volume on bull and market or bull and bull run and bull market as keywords. And then also they're looking at social volume for bear and market and bear run or bear market as keywords. And then we have the price of Bitcoin here. And what we see is that since Bitcoin, not even all-time high, but since Bitcoin came close to the all-time high, actually the search terms or the discussion terms of bull run and so on, they are fading away. The one for bear market also a little bit fading, but staying more or less the same. And that means that the excitement is very fast gone. And we also saw that in the Google Trends. If you've seen my latest community post, you see that the Google search terms for Bitcoin, they have spiked to 50. So retail is aware, but immediately faded off after our first two crashes that we just looked at. So what does it mean? Historically, less long-term optimism increases the probability of continued market rise. So the longer this goes on, the more the long-term optimism, especially of new investors, is fading, which means the likelihood of this going completely nuts is increasing by the day. So overall, I think that's something good. The second good thing is that the indicators are cooling off while this is going on. Look at that. We had an RSI that was in the overbought territory. Now we're looking at an RSI that is coming close to 40, which is in bull markets usually where the RSI stops to sink and then goes back up. However, that's only the daily. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that we are still overbought. We might form the same on the weekly, by the way, that we formed on the daily and then go a little bit lower. So from a weekly, and this is always, you have to see it completely differently. From a daily perspective, there is room for upside, which means, yes, we could have another push to the upside, but, and for the weekly, there is not as much room as for the daily, meaning that in the next couple of weeks, there could still be consolidation. So you can see upside and then more consolidation here. So the other thing that is true is that in bull markets, the RSI is not a good indicator anymore for if we go up or down, but only on a longer picture if we are nearing a top or not, in my opinion. So we can be overbought the entire time until reaching an all-time high, leading to some people always calling a crash just because we're overbought, right? So in my opinion, this is why we're constantly looking at the monthly. Get the lines out of the way. Okay, there we go. To see really where we are. And now we see that there is a picture forming that looks, if we're looking here just at the RSI on the bottom, we see our previous bull markets here, and you see, for example, here on the previous, like very far away cycle already, also this spike and then a little correction, and this is actually a cycle I am saying that we are mimicking probably. And here we see it also. We have reached an RSI of 77, but now we're back on 71. And that's the break point where this also corrected too. So it looks exactly the same even here, the RSI to this RSI. So, okay, let's then look what was happening down there. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom in basically. So what has happened? Yeah, basically we had a 1 month correction here. And this correction was in the beginning of the absolute parabolic move. It was probably already after the halving because we've never been so advanced, but that was a 35% correction leading to this little spike, and then this. With another, by the way, and then there's another dip, right? So even if we survive this was a really nasty one. This was a 40%er. People will think, if this happens, people will think the bear market is over. The bull market is over, sorry. And the bear market has started. But the last time that we had this movement in such a market here, such a small correction, after that we went on an absolute crazy tear. So right now we have such a correction here. The monthly is red, the monthly is down about 5,000 points. And overall, this was only a 10% move. Yeah, so not even comparable to what we had to endure in these markets there. But anyways, I just wanted to give you an insight on that one. But let's talk about the ETFs. So this one here is from Crypto Bro. Highly recommended to follow. And I'm trying to find, let's put it like this. The older days are not so important. And let's try to find a spot here where, yeah, that should work if we put it like this. So what we're seeing here is all of the days monitored by Crypto Bro of Bitcoin ETFs in and outflows. And we are at the green line. So this is today. No, that's actually yesterday. 2nd of April. But that's the only day that we have data. And here we see each ETF and how they are buying or selling. And here's GBTC. And this is the reason why we are red, or why we are red on the month. Because GBTC has just pumped a 302 million sell-off into the market on the 1st of April. No April Fool's joke, that really happened. Leading to a net $85 million outflow on the ETF side in general, even though Fidelity and BlackRock bought, they were not able of buying up everything, and ARK Invest started to sell a little bit more. So this is the first negative day, and then yesterday ARK Invest sold a 90 million, almost 90 million, and GBTC also. But still the flow is positive for yesterday, at least up to the point that this was measured yesterday. Now, what does it show us? First of all, ETFs are not a one-way street. ARK Invest investors, someone at ARK Invest said, this price looks good, I'm going to take profit. Probably there's someone trading these, right? Probably there's someone buying and selling these. Because you see here is a 200 million inflow and then there are almost 100 million outflow. Overall, the net flows are all positive except GBTC that has a 15.1 billion already outflow. I don't know exactly how much the balance at the moment is, but GBTC cannot go on forever like this. And probably, and this is going to be very interesting, is when, so for example, GBTC has had a very slow day, and at the same time, the others had a very, like a very big inflow. So probably when prices are lower, GBTC doesn't liquidate that much, but the others are buying the dip. Overall, we see that GBTC is selling very, very heavily still, and this could lead to us ranging and the Bitcoin effect only kicking in later. Interesting will be when this multi not sell effect anymore takes place at the same time. So as we saw yesterday, we talked about this yesterday in the stream, the cost of production per Bitcoin is going from 30,000 to 60,000 in a couple of days. So that will increase the hesitance to sell for miners. No miner will sell in 17 days below 60k. No one. And not even at break even at 60k. The first thing ever would be 61k. So no miner will sell there. GBTC will eventually run out of steam with the selling pressure. The other ETFs plus new ETFs plus new financial instruments will continue to buy. So we talked about this before. It's not only that people are buying directly at BlackRock, but also that financial products that BlackRock launches or someone else launches will buy ETFs. So for example, a pension fund can buy a Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock and add this. So there will be secondary and even third layers of Bitcoin buying. Overall, we see it a little bit better here, how every inflow is countered by GBTC or mirrored by GBTC outflows, and sometimes we see some other little outflows of pro shares or whatever, right? But there we go, yeah. So, oh, by the way, I have to move the cam again because I'm in the middle of the photo, but you get the idea, right? We basically have, even that is not good enough here with the picture. Let's get my face almost out of, or let's get it out of the way. So we see it here, right? Every inflow is mirrored by big outflows. Yeah, here's a big inflow, big outflow. So it's a wonder that we are still have pumped so much, right? Mainly because of this, a phase where they couldn't sell so much. Again, who is selling here is most likely Gemini, Gemini Genesis. They have the allowance to say to sell billions of shares in GBTC. GBTC is advertising for their Bitcoin ETF, so they want inflows. But at the moment, these companies that got wrecked in the previous bear market, they have outflows. Last look here, and this is what I had on the thumbnail. There we go. This is March, or this is all of the month that we have compared, and we have all of the ETFs in here. Plus, or basically it's the equity that they have, right? So we see also GBTC is orange, and we see basically the trading volume in US dollars here. And there is a total of 111 billion trading volume across all of the ETFs here. And I think that's pretty massive. I mean, look at that. That is pretty massive. Probably April could be similar. April could be weak. We don't know because of the higher price. But overall, these ETFs are getting a lot of steam and bringing really new investors into the space. That is what we're seeing. Gflow says Omi predictions. We will see. Yoza Doink says 3 billion in BTC was moved to Coinbase by US government. we saw that before, that the US government was moving the BTC between wallets that they have seized from their raids, so to say. So that is not necessarily meaning that they are going to sell it. I don't even know if they can sell this. But if the government would sell BTC, that would be, even in my opinion, even more bullish, because it would basically spread to other people. They could buy it up. I don't think that 3 billion in BTC is causing a big dump if they would liquidate it. I think even that if it causes more dump, and if it drops below the cost of production, that probably everyone will buy the dip, including all of these ETFs. So I don't think it's really a big problem to have that. Let's take a quick look with all of that again to Bitcoin dominance, because the funny thing is you have a lot of price movement, but Bitcoin dominance did not move at all. So basically, yes, you're right. What I'm showing you is that Bitcoin dominance did not move. The only thing that happened is that there was a little bit of a sell-off, or a little bit of a weakness. We went from 54% to 53.85%, but everything that is going on, the market more or less keeps its relations. So still, in my opinion, there's still room to grow for Bitcoin dominance before we see an altcoin season. So let me go into, for the charts, into the previous mode. Not so easy, guys, not so easy. There we go. So let's look also at altcoins, how they're doing. So this is interesting because it seems that the altcoins are basically realigning with actually we want this in the that's fine, we want this in the logarithmic scale, because otherwise everything goes out of whack. So it looks, we're almost on the weekly here, we're almost realigned, and altcoins have encountered some resistance here. So this is the total 3, it's only without Ethereum, but we're almost realigned with our prediction, so to say, and we have encountered some resistance around this area, I'd say here, and forming the same corrective pattern as Bitcoin. So support is somewhere here, resistance is up here. We will see, but I think it's only waiting. It's probably very likely as it was here in the previous run where I took this from, only that it's happening about how much is that, about 26 days earlier than it happened before, in comparison to this action. So maybe we are consolidating now a little bit more, or we are actually 20 days early on this altcoin run. But according to this, so if we would mimic this pattern, you see what's coming next. What's coming next is, after this consolidation for a month or so, big move up. Okay, so I'm excited for it, and I think it will happen again. I mean, look at how it was behaving here. This is the consolidation that we are in right now at the moment, if we would mimic. And yeah, after that, probably potentially 400% up over a couple of months. But we will see. Now, someone asked about Ecomi prediction. Let's go to Ecomi prediction. Oh shit, I forgot the Veve Comics. Is that already out? By the way, we're looking at Ecomi in a second, but let me check if the probably, yeah, same day as print. Where is it? New this week. Are they already out? Where's the dead pool? There was a dead pool coming out today, right? Not yet out? Am I stupid? Let me know in the chat. Aren't they supposed to be released right now, or is the hours? Oh, maybe the hour changed, and because of the like daylight saving stuff that is going on in some countries not. So maybe it's only in an hour or so, because I cannot see the new comics just yet. Yeah, no new comics. Okay, so fine. Then let's do Omi. 45 minutes. Fine. Okay, that works. Then probably, yeah, then we cannot do it on stream, unfortunately. That's very unfortunate. But we can look at Ecomi. Prediction. Actually, yesterday I did a prediction, G-Flow. But my prediction is I go here completely with the whales. My prediction is now that we lost, basically we're losing this support. This was kind of a support. We are losing it right now. We're about to lose the support. And I would say that we are falling back into this range. I would say that we are going to drop another 17%. So I completely go with John's cryptotherapy here that says that the whales, the traders, want to grab this liquidity. So there seems to be a lot of orders down here, which I can see. And in a broader pattern, I mean, we outlined this, so this fits perfectly. We outlined this before. For me, this chart still looks juicy. I think it's just frustrating for everyone that's holding, because in terms of opportunity costs, it's bad. But in terms of like base forming, you could argue, hey, if we form something like this, it could be good. Trucking says smash up the like button. Yes, absolutely do that. 23 people here, a little bit slower day. Yesterday we did the live stream very early because of work, because of hamster wheel. By the way, Green Lantern said GM boys back in the hamster wheel. Yeah, true, but hopefully this run will bring a lot of people out of hamster wheel, or at least that they feel, hey, I can leave the hamster wheel whenever I want, right? Yeah, anyways, so there's not much to say for Ecomi, right? Other than that, our whales will not release us until they grab the big liquidity. And again, this is not my invention with that the price is coming down, grabbing liquidity, but John's cryptotherapy said it would happen. He is a big whale, so it will happen as of his actions as well. What does that mean? If you are extremely bullish on Ecomi, you can buy more very cheap very soon, probably. You could place a limit buy order at 0005s and hope that the whales are dumping the price into this range, which would give you basically a million at $500. Good morning and good evening, Andrew says. Have you checked out anything in the Bitcoin ecosystem? I just got into a new EVM compatible Bitcoin layer 2. It's called Merlin Chain. Their coin goes live around the halving. Already almost 4 billion what? Market cap? TVL. 4 billion TVL. What's the market cap of that? Let's see. Let's check this out. Coin market cap. There we go. Merlin what? Merlin Chain. Let's check this out. Merlin Chain on BNB system. EVM, but it's on BNB, right? So that's that, right? Okay, I cannot even see the. It's not. That's a rug pull. Probably. Oh, it's not live yet. Okay, so this one here is definitely a rug, but so don't go for this. So it's not live yet, but okay. Uh, then we will wait for it to come live, but we will see. 4 billion. How is it 4 billion TVL if it's not live? I don't understand, but fine. Okay, so comics in 45 hours, but we have a little bit of stuff to talk about still. I wanted to talk about the black suit. So this is the black suit. Um, here's the sound. Sound and animation. So I think the animation looks pretty good. Like this looks really good. The way that it sits. I was hoping it's coming without the lantern. That I think the animation is cool. So I think this is a sell out. This will sell out. This NFT will sell out. Will I'm still thinking. So yesterday I said I will bet MCP points to guarantee it, but I'm thinking it's 2,500 editions. It's probably going above retail, but not much. So the question is, I could just go without MCP points and bet on that I'm still getting selected. And if I'm not getting selected, I can still buy it on the secondary. Trucking says, I watched the interview with David and Dan on Comic Book Club. It was good and well received by the interviewers, I think. Sounds good. I've not seen that one yet, Comic Book Club. But I have to obviously watch it as I'm a very big NFT comic bull, I'd say. By the way, if you haven't seen my interview with Swaggle House and Sleeping Comics on comic NFTs yet, then recommended to watch it on my channel. It's in the live stream section, purple border for evening stream. Yeah, but basically I'm tempted to go for the symbiote suit, and I'm probably going to put MCP points, because what's the point of MCP points if you don't use it on something that you really want to secure? And I think this is one of the collectibles I really want to secure. Now the thing is, I saw already that estimated average MCPs would be 50,000. So that's a lot. That's really a lot. But on the other hand, I mean, if I don't get it by the MCPs, then I get the MCPs back. I just don't know how it works when you're not selected via MCP, but you're selected then in the other part. I don't know how this works. This is the first drop I will use MCP on. Looks like a really cool collectible. The question is, how much MCP? And I think this could do pretty well in a bull market. Because think about this. Let's just take the first, like, Spider-Man Secret Rare as a reference. Even though that's not comparable from an FA perspective and so on. But Spider-Man Secret Rare has 1,000 editions. This has 2.5k editions. I could see that this thing goes for 1,000 gems in a bull market. At least. Yeah, Andrew says, I'm thinking 20k MCP. Here's the thing. 20k MCP was not enough with the Tokidoki drop. Oh, there was a chase in the Tokidoki drop, so that makes sense, and there was less editions. But it was not enough for people to secure the drop. So I'm thinking going beyond 30k at least MCPs to secure this one. But then again, 50k, that will take me more than 2 months to get by my current MCP. I'm getting like 750 MCPs per day. So that would take me a long time to get those MCPs. So is it worth the thing? Depends on what we're speculating on is coming to the app throughout the bull run. Because there will be desirable drops in the bull run with high addition sizes where people are not going to hit the drops anymore. But still, then there is time again to accumulate some MCPs and you will not beat the whales anyways. But if you're in the upper segment of MCP accumulation, you will be able to secure some very good drops. So probably I'll go with close to 50,000 MCPs. Andrew says I get about 260, 280 a day. Yeah, then 20k is a lot. Then you need a month to recover, right? Hey, Energy, what's going on? So, Energy, we were just. I don't know if you just tuned in, but we were just talking about spending MCP on this drop. So yeah, that's definitely happening. Let's check out what Veve has. Oh yeah, there's also this one here coming out. The second. I think this is the second drop for cars, with a lot of other cars and a trophy. This rusty car here, I don't know the name, but it's pretty cool. But not going for this drop at all. Only a few hours left to enter for a chance to win. By the way, this so there's this giveaway. I don't know if it's still active right now. No, it was. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was only until yesterday, but that basically happened. And another thing to discuss here in the last hours is the bronze tickets. So basically, these bronze tickets, they're live. They're transferable. Funny, right? Transferable, non-refundable, does not expire. So everyone who took part in the Omi Season 1 is getting those tickets. Which is good, right? Because basically right now there's true utility for the token if these tickets get a good utility. And there should be some airdrop coming, but no one knows yet what that airdrop is, apparently. At least I didn't see any hints on the airdrop. And we were seeing a couple of people basically replying about the bronze tickets. And a couple of people did not understand that they had to have their Omi the entire time in the wallet. So I personally don't have bronze tickets and probably I'm going to regret it. And I cannot, and I will not even get some bronze tickets in 3 months, because if I transfer it now, I will still not get bronze tickets because they only count from like one season to the next. But it's also not the objective, right? The objective is that that the Ecomi, yeah, I want to have the option to buy it directly into the wallet because I don't want to bridge and send around and whatnot. So that's definitely happening. Let's see. In the chat, Energy says he will go with 77,000 MCP points on the black suit. That's motivated. Andrew says, I'm interested to see what we get as an airdrop for season 1 of Omi. I qualify for 2 out of 3 of the airdrops. Yeah, I hope that it's something really good, because if it is, more people will bridge Omi into the app to just get more, to also qualify for the airdrops. Actually, from a price action point of view, there's no reason why we wouldn't move some Omi into the app, because you won't be able to take profits anyways at the moment. So you might as well farm airdrops to then take profits on this, maybe. Yeah, so that is definitely a possibility. But yeah, so far I'm waiting still on one announcement here because we are speculating on the Max C for announcement for Omi, but we didn't see it just yet. So hopefully in the next 1 or 2 weeks we get the Max C announcement, so that Omi is on that we get a +1 for the exchanges, because right now we're just back where we were before the Bitforex shutdown, so to say. There is no new news on Bitforex, unfortunately. So nothing to say or see here. Good. Let's do the following. If you watch this after the live stream, let me know in the comments below what is going on. We are headed into very interesting times. We're very close to the halving. Attention is not on NFTs. So for me, this means buy some of the NFTs here and there. My strategy, because we're in a big bear market, I want to buy in a big bear market. And yeah, guys, that's it for today. So make sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, notifications on to never miss out on a video update. There are a couple of smaller video updates coming in the next days, so stay tuned for that. And wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening,